All right, so welcome to my YouTube channel. So, if you are meeting me for the first time, this is Counsel for the Rich only. Yes, and of course, I teach law and I talk about law. Law is my sweet place. You understand? It's my comfort zone. So today we'll be looking at law pertaining to Very Dark Man and King Mitchy. Now I know most of you have been seeing a lot of posts on Instagram from Very Dark Man and King Mitchy. I mean the fights, the banters between Very Dark Man and King Mitchy. As it stands now, we don't know for a fact if the two of them are even alive. Because, of course, the last thing that they did, or the last thing they wanted us to believe that they did, was that they drank hypo and they died. Even VDM on his page, the last post that he has done as at this time, this is 1st March 2026, as at the last post he has done at this time, a video on his burial and how he was buried and all that. So I wouldn't know if this is still cruise or if actually they killed themselves, they fired themselves. But like I said, I want to talk about the law pertaining to these people and what they have been doing since. Now, how did this thing start? Most of you know how it started. How did it start? The first thing that happened was that King Mitchy renovated a school within 6 days. That is allegedly. Allegedly renovated a school within 6 days and immediately came to troll Very Dark Man. Now, you renovated a school within 6 days, allegedly. Now, the reason I'm putting allegedly is because Ratel member Livinus went to that same school that she claimed she had renovated within 6 days to find out that most of the things that she says she has done, that she has not done them. And so she lied that she renovated the school within 6 days. Of course, her reply or her defense was that she had already paid for all the things that are going to be done and that in less than no time, all those things will be done. But if you know you have paid for those things to be done and they have not been done, so why are you now editing? If you see the video she edited, you would think that this particular school has been renovated. But she just took this place, took this place that were good and put it together and posted it and claimed that she renovated it within 6 days. What happened to, okay, I have paid the workers and they will deliver within the shortest period of time. We will be, instead of saying that you renovated within 6 days. However, let us just use the allegedly. Allegedly, she renovated the school within 6 days and now started trolling Very Dark Man, saying that Very Dark Man doesn't know what he's doing. All the money in his NGO, and he doesn't know what he's doing with it. That they should give, that Very Dark Man should give her like 50 million from that, from all those money in the NGOs, in Very Dark Man's NGO, that she will renovate 4 schools within the shortest possible time. This was unprovoked. Very Dark Man never did anything to her, according to the story. Even when Very Dark Man came out to talk, Very Dark Man was saying that the only conversation he had with King Mitchy was when he was going back and forth with Nedu Wazobia. And King Mitchy came under the comment to say how Nedu wanted to swear before, giving her some kind of platform. And that was like the only encounter that he had with the King Mitchy. Now, these 6 days renovation of schools and some other things, because King Mitchy is somebody that does these philanthropic gestures, she does these humanitarian activities. And most of the times in her videos, she usually says that it's Sheyi Tinubu that sponsors her. Most of the times, if she's done with a particular video, if she wants to start a particular humanitarian activity, she would accord some credit to Sheyi Tinubu, meaning that Sheyi Tinubu is her major sponsor. If she has an NGO or if she's just doing it as an individual, she gets more money from Sheyi Tinubu. Of course, she has also tagged Don Jazzy and some other people that like donating to these kinds of cause. But constantly and consistently, she usually tags Sheyi Tinubu. Because Very Dark Man knows that she usually tags Sheyi Tinubu in most of her humanitarian activities online, Very Dark Man did not fail to involve Sheyi Tinubu in the whole banter. And the involvement of Sheyi Tinubu in what I consider the bad way is when he was saying that King Mitchy usually sucks the lollipop of Sheyi Tinubu. Now, what are the legal liabilities? What are the legal implications? Of course, that is what I'm talking about. I talk about law. All those things that are happening. What I do is to distill the legal issues. If there are legal issues, I will distill them, and you will know them for knowing sake. And if they get to watch this video, they would have to know what legal liability they have on them. Now let us start with not somebody will not do anything. You just start online. You start going against the person. That's cyberbullying under the Cyber Crimes Act. So King Mitchy, first of all, cyberbullied. First of all, so criminal liability, King Mitchy should be prosecuted for cyberbullying. But of course, somebody like VDM will not want to go the legal route. Somebody like VDM would want to retaliate because that is what he is born for. And so VDM retaliated. So of course, the two of them now can be prosecuted for cyberbullying. So you wouldn't say because you did me and I did you back, your criminal liability has gone off. No, no, no. The two of us can be prosecuted by the police differently for cyberbullying. So I'll be a witness or a complainant to your own prosecution, and you'll be a witness or complainant to my own prosecution. So cyberbullying is something that two of them are criminally liable for. Now we go further. VDM saying something about bend down and suck that lollipop. Now, let me tell you something. If you think something is true, yeah, and you know that this is something that is probably disgusting to say, and it will have some kind of damnation on the person's reputation. So you are trying to say something that is true. It's true. You saw it, it happened. Yeah? Or let's say you know it is true. Let's not say maybe you saw it, it happened. You know it is true. But it is very bad that maybe this person is a cultist, or this person is a rapist, or this person raped this person. You know, you saw it through the window when it was happening. But if you don't have a tangible evidence to back up your statement, it becomes a problem. Because yes, when you talk about defamation, the defense of defamation is truth or justification. So if I say you have had sexual intercourse with a senator, maybe Senator Okeke, and you come out and you sue me for defamation, that I am defaming your name by saying that you have had sexual intercourse with Senator Okeke, and probably I bring out a sex tape, of course I will not be guilty of defamation again because it is actually the truth. So I'm just talking about the VDM saying bend down and suck that lollipop. If he doesn't have evidence to prove that King Mitchy, then he is going to be liable for criminal defamation. That is on the criminal side. Tinubu may say, okay, let me institute a civil action against VDM. Meaning he wouldn't involve the police, he wouldn't write petition to the police or DSS, he would just go to court, sue. So VDM will come with his lawyer to defend the case of defamation, civil defamation. Now let us leave those places and now come down to them drinking hypo. First of all, King Mitchy was the first person to do that. The criminal code has stated, I'll put the criminal code, the provision there, because I'm assuming she's in Lagos. She was in Lagos. That is if she's really dead. But she's in Lagos because, of course, that is where her restaurant is. And they use criminal code. So under the criminal code, if you attempt to commit suicide, I think section 327 or something like that. If you attempt to commit suicide, if you want to commit suicide, make sure you are successful. Make sure you are successful, because if you are not successful, it is another set of problem, because they will arrest you and prosecute you, and you are entitled to 1 year imprisonment. So you are trying to run away from shege. You are trying to run away from suffering in order to buy yourself, and you are not successful, and they arrested you and charged you for attempted suicide, and they prosecute you and you were convicted. Now you are trying to run away from suffering by killing yourself. They will now put you to the men's suffering. Have you gone to Nigerian prisons before? You will be there for 1 year. You will now appreciate the suffering you were suffering as a free man. So if King Mitchy is alive, she can be prosecuted for attempted suicide, which upon conviction, she would be imprisoned for 1 year. Now, for the other person that was videoing, recording, you saw she was with hypo in her hand. You, of course, you know You are supposed to know that this was what was happening, unless this is cruise, like I said, and you did not go to help her. In fact, you did not even stop that recording and collect the hypo from her hand. You allowed her to open the first one and drink, and when she was about to open the second one, you're coming, hey, please, no, no. Well, I wouldn't know if that can come as aiding, but if it is being proved that your actions can come under the category of aiding somebody commit suicide, you still have your own punishment waiting for you. But of course, anybody can deny because we didn't really see the face of the person that was there recording. Now, the same thing applies to VDM because law doesn't look at whether you were joking. As long as it can be proved that yes, you did that with the intent to commit suicide, you are the one now that will come out to say it's joke. But you have to prove. Of course, law, we work with facts. We don't work with assumptions. We saw you in the video trying to drink hypo, and hypo is not meant for human consumption. Hypo is something that probably can buy you, and you are taking it in your live video or in a video. Then, if it can be proven, then you're also going to be imprisoned for 1 year. And I hope you people come to the same prison if they convict the two of you, so that you stay 1 year together in one prison, so that the two of you can reconcile your differences. So the story is still unfolding. Let us see what happens. Whether they will resurrect and continue the banter, or whether they will make peace, or whether VDM will now go and join the city boy, because VDM have been saying that they have been trying to lure him to come into the city boys movement and all that. So all these things we would know as time goes on. But me, what I am interested in is with the legal aspect, with the law aspect. So whenever I see another news, I will come and we will discuss the legal aspect. Thank you very much. I remain. Cancel for the rich only.